Hi, it's Heather Clifford with eXp Realty, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the market. It's mid-September. We'll look back at August, and we're looking at the Comox Valley and Campbell River here on the beautiful Vancouver Island. I have prepared a presentation, so I'm going to share my screen with you right now. To begin with, I like to give an overall blanket of the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board, which starts in Nanaimo and comes all the way past Campbell River and the Port Alberni area. And it just gives us a basic benchmark for home prices. So that's really what the typical home is selling for right now. It does not include acreages or waterfront properties because those numbers tend to be a lot higher, so they skew the numbers. But overall, what we're looking at is homes are selling relatively fast. So they are selling within 30 days in most cases. A single family detached property in this area, being the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board, is about $740,000 today. And apartments are about $390,200. Now, I never said it was a one bedroom or a two bedroom. It just encompasses all condo apartment sales that have happened. When we look at townhouses, we are now sitting around 569,900. And usually townhouses are a level entry, first-time buyer, or someone that's downsizing, maybe because of some unforeseeable things that have happened in their life, or even as a choice to sell their detached home and move into a townhome. But that's a very high number, 569,900 for a first-time buyer. That's over $500,000. And it is a steep number that has gone up quite a bit over the last 6 months. Also, when we're looking at benchmark, it's kind of nice if we could break it down into communities, because this means more to us than when we just blanket the entire area. And the reason I say that is because if you were purchasing in Port Alberni, even as an investment property, you can still buy a detached home for under $500,000. When it gets into the 700 mark, you are looking, Comox Valley is up at 772, Cowichan Valley 733,000, Nanaimo 741, Campbell River's a little less under 700 at 650,800. However, that market is very fast and those prices are increasing. The highest priced detached housing in our area of the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board, not including the Victoria area, it is in the Parksville Qualicum Beach area at 863,800. Now, the reason that particular area is so high is that is the downsizing capital retirement area on Vancouver Island. And they are building a lot of freehold strata properties that are brand new and very much in demand. It's the golfing community, also oceanfront properties. So that tends to make the numbers come up quite a bit higher. People downsizing, retiring, and moving here to beautiful Vancouver Island. One of the things that when I was listening to our economist speak last week, he said that the largest gains in real estate right now were recorded in the interior and the Vancouver Island areas. So I went ahead and printed the screenshot that our chief economist, Brendan Augmanson, had posted. And you can see here that Vancouver Island definitely is leading the pack with sales year over year right now, even over the Okanagan Valley. But Chilliwack is right on our tail with doing a lot of sales right now. I was working with some buyers who are from Victoria, and they're looking for waterfront property in and around the Comox Valley Campbell River area. And when I was showing properties this weekend, he said to me that he thinks that the market has cooled and he's hoping that prices will start coming down. Now, if I go back to this screen, you will notice he is correct. The Victoria market has cooled down. That doesn't mean prices have started going south by any stretch of the means. All it means is maybe there's a lack of supply on the market and therefore there's less sales. But we're not seeing that in our particular area of the Comox Valley Campbell River. We're still extremely strong with our market, with our sales. And so maybe putting your heels in here in this area probably is not a good idea right now. I would keep looking for the property of your dreams and make it happen sooner than later. As you can see, this is a 10-year graph, and there is a few areas on the graph that show you where the market has kind of stalled a little bit for a couple of months maybe, and prices might have gone down just slightly, but overall, year after year, the graph is showing us that house prices have continued to go up. The report from our president, Ian McKay, historically low inventory on Vancouver Island. He has said this month after month after month, reporting on our market. And yes, our first-time buyers are being plagued with multiple offers. And a lot of times when you're a first-time buyer, your bank won't allow and your confidence won't allow you to go in subject free. And you're seeing a lot of offers selling, you know, if it's a $500,000 property, sometimes they're selling $100,000 over asking price in our particular area. I wrote an offer last week on a property that had 21 offers at $500,000. And so that's a little intimidating. It's extremely hard on buyers right now, disheartening as anything. And it kind of makes people feel like they're never going to be able to purchase real estate. And I have to say, I have 3 adult children, all looking to purchase real estate. And it is very hard out there for this demographic for sure. One of the things that the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board is doing is we're putting pressure on our major political parties to open up the market on as far as building more homes, affordable homes. And this does take time. And so it is not going to solve the problem of a lack of supply, which is what's happening in our market and several markets, is there's just not enough homes coming on the market for the demand that there are for buyers right now. This is a quick snapshot of the last week that's happening here in Campbell River in the Comox Valley. New listings sitting at about 93 a week. And you look at our pending sales and our sales, it kind of matches. So you can see we're still very balanced as far as homes coming on the market and homes selling. I wanted to add that I am working with quite a number of buyers right now, and most of them are not from Vancouver Island. They're from the mainland or they're from out of province. Quite a few people from Ontario. So a lot of people are looking at coming home back to the Vancouver Island. And then a lot of people are also being transferred for work purposes, for working at the different businesses here on the valley and in Campbell River as well. I just always like to have a quick little look at acreages because they're not included in our numbers. And we've got 26 homes on the market right now that are acreages over $850,000. And we have 15 sales pending, which is pretty similar to what it was last month. When it comes to waterfront homes, we now have 9 homes on the water for sale, various prices, 3 homes that are pending right now. And there's some beautiful homes come on the market. I love going through the properties and showing my potential buyers. The highest sales in the last month were in Comox, the asking price at $3.8 million. That property was on the market for a little while. It is now sold. And then the highest sale in Campbell River asking price was $1,084,800. We're going to have a quick little summary of what happened in August here in the Comox Valley and Campbell River. And we can see in August that there was 55 sales done. And the single family residential homes, July there was 20. And if you look back a year from now, it was pretty much the same amount of sales. But have a look at the Comox Valley. Comox Valley is down 41% over a year ago this time, and that is probably what is fueling our market is, once again, the lack of supply and the number of buyers that are out there. We are sitting at an average price of $854,785 in the Comox Valley. And the average price for a home in the Campbell River area is $689,755. And at any time, you can stop this video and you can have a better look at these numbers, especially if you want to see where we were a year ago today. And there's that 33% market increase over last year. And what actually scares me is what happens if this market goes up another 30% this time next year in 2022. That puts our home prices well over $1 million for an average home price. We're now starting to sound a little bit like Vancouver was a few years ago, right here in our own little Vancouver Island. We also, our pricing has been really undermined for many, many years. The value has always been sitting here. And I think it took the pandemic to spur people on to make those decisions for a better lifestyle. And it seems to be the Comox Valley Campbell River areas that are getting all the attention right now. When we look to the condo market, we can see that the average condo price is at $403,000. Once again, not telling us if it's a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. And in Campbell River, we're sitting at $339,800. And by all means, stop the video and have a look back 3 months, 6 months, 12 months ago, so you can see where we were and where we are now. And I was working with buyers 6 months ago looking at condos, and today they actually are paying, I'm gonna say they're paying almost $50,000 more today because they didn't make the decision 6 months ago. My fun fact, which someone said to me on my business page on Facebook, that they didn't think it was so fun, the fact that I was putting out. Now that's just the way I talk, and I apologize if I'm offending anyone. You don't have to follow me. I won't take offense to it, but I do like using that ban button, so be careful. 20% of accepted offers do not have the subjects removed. And I tend to remind my buyers of that when they find something that they really like. And I just had a great example of that last week. We were waiting on a certain house to see if subjects were removed, and the seller would not extend the subject removal for the buyer, and the deal did not get its subjects removed. So that was a good one for us. Townhome market, we are looking in the Comox Valley, sitting right now at $569,300, and to buy a townhome in Campbell River, about $470,400. Now, I just sold 2 townhouses in the Campbell River area, and both of them hovered right there around the $500,000 mark. And we did not get into multiple offers on either one of them, which is an anomaly. It's because we were quick, we changed our focus of how we were doing things, and we were ready when that townhouse hit the market, and we were just very fortunate that we were not in multiple offers. Once again, the single family overall benchmark pricing sits at $772,800 for the Comox Valley and $658,800 for the Campbell River area. And overall in our market areas, Nanaimo to Campbell River, we're sitting at $740,900. But if you include Port Alberni at $500,000, you can see how that skews the number down a little bit. By all means, go ahead and stop the video and have a look at where we were 5 years ago and where we are at today. My wish list for my buyers is I'm really looking for a townhome in the Comox area under $500,000. I am looking for a beautiful rancher, ocean views, hopefully anywhere between $1.5 to $2 million. Oceanfront properties, constantly looking for oceanfront properties. I'm sure there's a lot of real estate agents that are looking for the same thing. Detached homes in the Courtenay Comox area 4 bedrooms, about $800,000. Hot new listings, my beautiful, cute little beach house on Driftwood Road. We are working on an offer as I speak right now. That is a great building lot at 14,000 plus square feet, and it is a tenanted little property right across from the beach and beach access. It's adorable. I have 4.4 acres coming on the market, and this is a reno project sitting at $1 million. It has a home occupation business, so it's on the border of Cumberland. You could actually open up a bike repair shop on the property, have a second dwelling, build a coach house above the garage. There's lots of potential with this property, but it definitely is a work project. I have detached home, 10 acres with R1 zoning for a secondary home or carriage house as well. My shout out this week is going out to Curtis at Amped Rides. We have had an incredible summer on our e-bikes. With everyone in the neighborhood has one, and it has just been such a joy. And my wonderful bike guy from Amped Rides, Curtis, he actually puts the bikes in his truck and brings them to your home and lets you test ride them there. We had Shorewolf Farms, Jill has just picked up a couple of bikes, and we look forward to riding with Jill. Back to real estate. If you have any questions about your property, about your home, you do not have to want to sell. You could be curious. You might want to sit down to make a plan. You have to have a plan in today's market to put your home on the market and to sell, to know where you're going, and to have the confidence behind it in order to get the highest price for your home. Those are the things that you can sit down and chat with me about, whether it's in person or virtually. We can do that. My name is Heather, and I hope you have a fantastic month of September. Take care.